We planned a week of vacation on the northern peninsula to do some hiking in Grossmoorn National Park and explore some villages further up the coast. We met our friends Carol and John Kittredge at a cabin in Norris Point, and the hiking began the next day with a 5-kilometer trek into Baker's Brook Falls. This trail began with a boardwalk through a boggy forest populated by lots of interesting wildflowers, starting with a spectacular showy lady's slipper. This was followed by the lesser rattlesnake plantain, a type of orchid, buttercups and daisies, some form of a heel-all, an intriguing forest of deadfall, and bog rosemary. We marveled at the force of the water cascading over the falls, while Ruth and Carol took a healthy snack break. John and Dawn spent their time photographing the falls. On the return trip, we stopped to investigate a rather large moose hoofprint beside the boardwalk. Then we had the pleasure of watching a grouse hen try to hide from us in the undergrowth. She was actually quite successful at that. The last wildflower that caught our attention was a gorgeous wild rose. Back at the outlet of Baker's Brook, John gave his knee a cold soaking, while the rest of us enjoyed our lunch. At Broom Point, an old summer fishing residence, we saw split cod being dried in the fresh air. On the way back to our cabin, there was a great view across the foggy valley. Then it was time to relax. The next morning dawned sunny with clear skies over Norris Point, so we started out on the quest of Grossmoorn. The trail provided interesting examples of plant life, along with a great view across Bond Bay to the tablelands. Then the climb began. 400 meters of vertical gain and a little over a kilometer of trail. What a grunt. But the feeling of accomplishment at the top made it all worthwhile for the intrepid hikers. For the remainder of the 16-kilometer trail, we enjoyed diverse views. First came 10 Mile Pond and its spectacular hillsides. Then a rock ptarmigan and her chicks provided a diversion from the scenery. This area is a prime breeding ground for them, and in fact the trail is closed till mid-June because of that. As we picked our way along a combination of very rocky trail with intermittent stairways to ease the walk, we enjoyed more long-range mountain scenery. It did seem to take forever to get back to the base of the chute that we had climbed to the top earlier in the day. Then another hour until we were back at the trailhead, where it felt like we had done more like 30 kilometers than 16. The next day we parted ways as we drove to different parts of the northern peninsula. Up near Eddy's Cove, the skins from the seal harvest were being dried in rows of frames. These skins will likely become coats, vests, or other clothing items to be enjoyed everywhere but in Europe. When we got a flat tire in Croak on the northeast coast, Winston and his buddy did a quick plug-and-pump job for us. Teddy Bear Hill was set up leading into Croak to welcome people home to homecoming that weekend. The Camp Cups took a break on a local woodpile. Newfoundland coyotes are incredibly ugly compared to those in Alberta. They apparently originally came across the ice from Nova Scotia. On the way to the town of Conch to see the tapestry that depicts the French store history, Ruth was successful at harvesting wild blueberries as we began our walk to the underground salmon pool. There's a great trail system leading to the pool. The pool was created when the stream ate its way under the rock formation in the area, and it is now both a tourist attraction and a fine fishing spot. With the combination of wildflowers, boreal forest, and ferns throughout that area, we had a most interesting walk through the woods. And I would encourage you to check out the website FrenchShoreTapestry.com to learn more about the fabulous tapestry created by the women of Conch to depict the 400-year history of the French shore in northeast Newfoundland.